On a live first alert forecast.
All right, we are monitoring another severe risk here by the middle of the week. Now, when we issue first alert weather days, we do so with, of course, your safety, your peace of mind, just in the back of our minds, because we want to make sure that you are, again, given the alert. We don't want to scare, we don't want to hype. There's nothing I abhor more than the hyping of weather events, just because there are, of course, a lot of uncertainties. But uncertainties or not, you deserve to know what we're seeing, what we know. So here's a look at how we're monitoring this situation. There are 2 rounds of storms likely on Wednesday. The first in the morning, that will likely play a big role in whether or not we end up actually getting we get a bigger round, stronger round of storms later on in the afternoon and evening. However, that second round in the evening would be the best of your chance because that's going to be associated with a cold front, the very same front that brought the storms in on Sunday. So that is why we're really particularly interested in how those 2 rounds interact. The severity, of course, is going to be tied, once again, much like Sunday, to the amount of instability we can attain. A little more clearing, a little more heating, aided by the warm front moving in the morning, will, again, dictate how strong things get later on in the day. The threats as they are now appear to be wind, hail, tornado, and perhaps even flooding related. Yes, I know, all the threats here are on the table. This is not saying that they will happen. This is just saying, based on the data that we have, this appears to be the more likely scenario, that we could really see any one of those threats come to pass. Particularly flooding this time around because there's been so much rain. Look at DeKalb County, anywhere between 2 and 4 inches of rain since Friday. Now imagine another 1 to 2, maybe 3 inches of rain with some of the heavy rain moving in on Wednesday. This is why we have some concerns for isolated flooding. Now, the severe weather outlook extends from southern Michigan all the way into northern Louisiana. The Storm Prediction Center themselves indicated they may raise that threat level to 4 south. We're talking about the Mississippi Valley, close to the Ozarks here. But this far north, they haven't indicated that that's the direction they're necessarily leaning. And looking at latest data, I'd probably agree. Nonetheless, we need to continue to watch and monitor this particular risk because different details over the next 48 to 24 hours could dictate how much stronger or weaker the threat becomes here. But all the area, northeast Indiana, northwest Ohio, is under that enhanced 3 out of 5 risk as of this evening, Monday evening. So the severe risks: tornado, possible. Isolated large hail, possible. Damaging wind, a little higher up here on that risk. Certainly could see 60 mile per hour plus wind reports in many locations. Isolated flooding, again, is a possibility given how wet it's been lately. Here's a look at future track. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow, so no weather concerns then. But a warm front will start to lift clouds and showers our way throughout the morning and afternoon Wednesday. This could help, of course, keep that instability down, depending on how much, if any, rain we see with the lifting warm front. If it actually ends up clearing us out a little more than expected, that would enhance that severe risk. Keeps us cloudy and wet, that'd likely help us stabilize and therefore lower the severe risk. Nonetheless, we're looking for that line to move in from the west between about 5 and 6 p.m. in Kosciuszko, Wabash counties, moving through Whitley, Allen, Huntington counties, and Noble at about probably 7 or 8 p.m., and then moving into northwest Ohio after about 8, 9, or 10 p.m. Again, the timing could fluctuate in the next 48 to 24 hours as new data comes in, but this is our best indication of what to expect. And look at some of this heavy rain, especially into southern Adams and Van Wert County. Could see rainfall rates of about a half an inch to an inch an hour. Not to say that you will see that much in an hour, but in certain moments you'll see the kind of intensity that could bring us, of course, to a bit of that concern for some isolated flooding. There are different kinds of warnings too. We've been talking about this. Radar indicated, meaning that there is rotation indicated on radar, but that's all the information that we can see. That does not mean a tornado is on the ground. However, the National Weather Service will also issue radar confirmed tornado warnings, and as the name implies, that it is confirmed through radar signatures that a tornado is more likely than not on the ground. So we try to specify that when we issue, or rather when we talk about the tornado warnings issued. There's that first alert weather day on Wednesday, 71. Cold front passes Wednesday night. Thursday, mostly cloudy showers, 64. Back to the 40s and 50s in the opening days of April.
Yeah, a lot to keep track of, Matt. Thanks for all the help and information.